Welcome to Car Con Carne here in a car. Right next to me is Aaron Williams, musician, the man behind the epic, the ninth annual Homegrown Arts and Music Festival. We'll talk about that. First, Car Con Carne is sponsored by our friends at Siren Records McHenry. We're in Lisle right now. So basically, to get to Siren Records McHenry right now, we'd have to charter a plane. Mm-hmm. So it's the other side of the globe. But you should go to Siren Records. I think it's this Saturday night. They've got Tijuana Hercules performing live in the store. Tijuana Hercules. So, all right, Aaron Williams is here. We are at Basecamp in Lisle, which, not coincidentally, is where Homegrown happens.
That's exactly right.
This is ground zero for this returning music festival. I want to thank the folks at Basecamp for their hospitality. We're going to eat Basecamp food as we talk about Homegrown this year. In fact, let's show off what we have. You are a regular, obviously. Homegrown happens here at Basecamp.
That's right.
What are we looking at here?
So right there, we got the poppers. Look at those.
Yeah, we do. I think I told you this. Bar food is my favorite cuisine.
Yeah, poppers are good bar food. And then my favorite sandwich, which is randomly that they offered my favorite sandwich too, is the California chicken sandwich. This thing is really delicious.
And it looks like we're splitting this here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is, you know it's a good sandwich when they have to use one of those toothpicks to secure it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise there's just so much food. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, that looks good. Got avocado, we got bacon, a really nice sized chicken breast on there. Lettuce, tomato, looks like perhaps a Dijon or honey mustard on there.
That's right.
And if you're going to eat fries, make them waffle fries.
Always waffle.
Always waffle fries. Oh, and what's this?
Yeah, very good. And I think these are some appetizer rolls.
Indeed. Like
These
maybe
really
Southwestern?
Good. Yeah, maybe like a Southwest roll. These look good, too.
These look really good.
Ooh, so yeah, it's a tangy sauce. I think they are Southwest, yes.
Some kind of dipping sauce. And I'm glad I'm wearing a pink button-down shirt. It's an open invitation to food to land on my chest. Mm-hmm.
That's delicious. That's good.
Okay.
Good roll.
So Aaron Williams, for those not in the know, for those who are experiencing you for the first time, what is Homegrown?
Homegrown Arts and Music Festival is a yearly event that focuses exclusively on original musicians from the suburbs and even in the city. When I was in college, I tried to get into the Chicago street festivals year after year, and I tried to get into some other festivals and just got rejected just because they're always booking cover bands. So I decided to take it upon myself to just do a festival that just exclusively does original artists from the area who are extremely passionate and working hard out there in the scene.
So this is an all-day thing. I mean,
all day, yes.
What time is it? First of all, the date of Homegrown this year?
July 31st. It's going to be right here at Basecamp on a Saturday, and it starts at noon with the Lost Pyramids and goes all the way until 1:30 a.m. with the banknotes. And we have 25 acts in between.
This place is huge, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm new to this area. I'm new to Lisle. I'm new to Basecamp. I'm new to this community. It feels like I'm in a little college town here.
Yeah, it's like I said to you before, it's like a gated community without the gate. It's open to the public, especially Basecamp, and they have all these like activities. There's a big hill here for skiing. They have volleyball. They have tennis. They have kayaking out here on the water, and it's just a perfect setting to host an event like this.
As predicted, the roll went right on my shirt.
You jinxed yourself.
I knew it. The one day I don't wear a black band T-shirt is the day I come to have food with you. Yeah, this is a really neat community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's unique, especially to this area. Mm-hmm. There's really nothing like it, and when people come here to the festival, they think like they're going to summer camp or they're going to some kind of like out there festival that's not at home when it's right here in DuPage County.
So 9 years. Obviously, there have been struggles along the way.
Yeah.
Last year
was
the biggest of them all.
Yeah. Still pulled it off.
But it's still growing. I mean, is this one of those things where the second 1 year ends, you're already working on the next year?
Yes. It's a constant thing, especially for next year. We're going to double down on the whole thing because it's going to be our 10th annual. It's a huge milestone for us. It just shows the longevity of this festival and the growth of our scene. It proves the growth of our scene. And I'm really excited about it. So, yeah, definitely after this year particularly, we're going to be thinking about year 10.
Is it stressful or is it fun?
It's both. It's extremely fun because you get to see the impact it has for these kids and for these musicians who are really, really trying to get themselves out there and kind of struggling to get themselves on the right platform to get noticed. So I just see the actual impact it has, and that's what makes it easy. That's what makes it fun. I see all the smiling faces year after year at Homegrown. Everyone has such a great time, and people go back to see these local bands afterwards, and that's why I keep doing it. And then, yeah, it's also hard because I do sacrifice a little part of my summer and my bank account during the summer, and there always is more things that are important, and that's definitely making an impact in our community, especially to the arts and to music.
One of the topics I keep coming back to. Hello. One of the topics I keep coming back to. I sound like not great here. Hang on. I'm going to switch this up.
Cool.
I can't. Damn it. Okay. No worries. Okay. One of the topics. I sound better already.
There you go.
I just had to plug it back in.
Mm-hmm.
That's the oldest IT trick in the book.
Sometimes it works still.
Just you turn it off and turn it back on. I sound much better now. What was my point? One of the topics I keep coming back to on this podcast especially is that of curation. We live in this time where everything in the world is available to us. Music, television, movies. But it's really hard to find stuff we like. Algorithms fail you.
Yeah.
This recommendation engines fail you. And I think identifying curators, people who want to share their excitement for, let's say, live music, I think that's important. I think you are a curator. I think you've proven that over 9 years.
Thank you.
Finding these artists, giving them a stage, this is curation.
I appreciate that. And the point is to make a scene. And you look at back of all the artists that have made it through, broke through to, an international band or a national band or a regional band. These are bands that form scenes.
Yes.
They have a lot of help. They have a lot of support. And artists really feed off of support and positive feedback. And without that support and positive feedback, the arts is just doomed. Mm-hmm. And the best way to do that is to form a scene, because then everyone can just give each other the props they deserve, and really good music can come out of it, because then there's like a little bit of competition to make yourselves always better. And that should be the main objective if you are an artist or a musician.
That's all true. I feel like an 8-year-old boy right now with all the food on my shirt. I really do. Like, I'm going to go home and just be embarrassed. Like, I'm going to have that look of shame when I walk in the door. And I spilled at dinner today.
Yeah, but it was good.
Yeah, the Southwestern rolls are great.
Yeah.
These are mozzarella sticks or curds or something. These are.
Oh, they are. Okay, cool.
These are fantastic.
We got the curds in there as well. Nice.
All right, so going back to curation.
Yeah.
What I'm excited about this year, there are some bands I know, some bands I've played on the radio. There are a lot of bands I don't know. Mm-hmm. And for me, that's an opportunity as a music fan. Like, oh, okay, I don't know who these bands are. Awesome. Teach me, show me.
Yeah, and that's really the number one objective to Homegrown, is to broadcast the unknown artists that are really, really great, but don't really have the platform to put their stuff out there. And that's what Homegrown does, is to let people like you just maybe see some new bands that you have seen, even though you have a really good eagle's eye view of the entire scene in general. But there's always bands that are coming up from the underground, and there's always bands that just get overlooked. I
love at the end of the year when people do their best of local music for the year, and I'll always see bands like, I don't even know who that is. There's just so much going on. There's no way, you can try, but there's no way to wrap your arms around everything. That's the fun. It's the discovery.
Yep.
Wait, I don't know that. What is that?
Right.
So let's talk about some of the bands who are playing, because again, a lot of these are unfamiliar to me. I know Black Bolts. They're awesome.
They are.
An old school R&B sound.
They've become a staple at Homegrown. They've played, I think, 5 years now. And the reason I book them year after year is because Henry is such a predominant and supportive and passionate member of our local music community out here in the West Burbs. He hosts open mics.
Yep.
He writes original music. He's putting out EPs. He's in multiple projects, and he's a huge support of Homegrown. He's a huge support of my music. I've opened him for many, many times, and couldn't be a cooler guy to support and to be in our scene. And same with Matthew Shukin, who also plays in his band too.
Horns make everything better.
Yeah, and then there's Max.
I love the horns. All right, so everything starts with Lost Pyramids. Tell me about them.
Lost Pyramids, they're like a jam band, kind of blues rocky kind of group. They're going to be an awesome group to start off the whole event, because they're going to put your dancing shoes on right away, and they have a lot of high energy. And honestly, these guys have been really enthusiastic about their slot opening the show.
I love it. Primal Moon, I like.
Yeah, super enthusiastic. These guys come up with the most creative ways to promote themselves, and their promotion skills and passion is unparalleled for sure.
Mel Sinise, talk about promotion.
Yeah,
She gets
awesome.
it. She knows how to.
She puts herself out there so gracefully, even though she's out there a lot. It's graceful, and it's because she's talented and actually have a lot of people who really support her. She's awesome.
I think we can agree, if there were a contest for best band name for the entire festival.
Curious Grace and Black Rabbit?
No.
Oh,
Although, great name.
that is a great name.
Downers Groove.
Oh yeah, Downers Groove.
Come on. Any band that builds its hill from a dad joke, I'm all in.
And I can't even call Downers Grove anymore because of them. I always
Downers
say,
Groove.
hey, let's go out and hang out in Downers Groove. It's because of them.
It makes it much
Thanks,
hipper.
guys.
All right, so the two stages, the inside stage, again, the space inside Basecamp, it's gigantic. There's also that outside patio.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you're playing.
Yeah.
This is it's the Harvest stage.
Yeah, on the Harvest stage, right.
So is this all acoustic performances?
Yeah, so the
Acoustic-ish?
outside Harvest stage is going to be just duos and solos and some trios for a majority of the day, but the last 2 acts on the bill will be full bands.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be awesome. So
Yeah.
from the start, it's
Yeah.
headlining.
Yeah, and Uriel's going to also headline with his trio too, and they're a power trio. They're going to be awesome.
How do you say Uriel Holguin?
Holguin, yeah.
Holguin. Awesome. And again, these are people who I don't know, but this is exciting. This is
Yeah.
like...
There's a lot of great artists from this area, and a lot of them are returns to Homegrown, and there's a lot of newbies this year, which is what excites me, because
Absolutely.
That's why I opened submissions in the first place, because I want to discover too, and I want to give the opportunity to somebody who's like, oh, here's my submission, and then I'm like, these guys or these girls are amazing, and they just really, really like rock. And that's Sunriser was the band for me this year. I'd never heard of them, and right when I received their submission, they were booked. I was hooked on their music.
And again, this goes back to curation. We've all been to venues, places where there have been a bunch of bands, and you're like, I don't know, is this going to suck? This is Homegrown.
Yeah.
It's not going to suck. That guy right there, he put it together. You know him. He's been doing
not
this for
gonna
9
suck.
years. Right.
It's going to be awesome.
So you feel good because Aaron's curating everything. You feel good taking a shot at these bands you haven't heard before.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to support 25 acts.
25
it's
acts.
Literally 75 cents an act. And when other time are you going to go and support all these artists in one place for so cheap? It's literally $20 a ticket. You could go to 25 shows to support these bands individually, spend a fortune, and spend a fortune at the door and at the bar, or you can just come to Homegrown and give all these bands a shot and discover your next favorite band. You will.
So Basecamp is 5750 Lakeside Drive in Lisle. Again, my first time here. I will be back. I'll be back here on the 31st.
Yes.
My first time here. If you're coming here like I did, you pull into this area. You think, did I go the wrong way? And then all of a sudden you're in this bucolic, lovely area. It's like you pulled into a resort town. What a great way to spend the day.
Yeah, this is a great area, and that's why I keep hosting it here year after year. It kind of gives you off the beaten path kind of feel that you're leaving your neck of the woods when
Yes.
you're just right here at home.
Yeah, it actually feels like you're doing something. This is an adventure.
Absolutely.
Tell me about the art vendors.
So we have 12 art vendors this year, and it's really eclectic. We have pottery, we have jewelry, we have an actual painter who's going to do some live painting and selling his prints. We have Video Girl Pro who's going to be showcasing her films, and she also has some merchandise for sale. We have just such a large way of henna art this year, which I'm really excited about. The henna art's going to be really, really cool. And just a large array of different kind of vendors. And we actually have another rock podcast that's going to be a vendor. And just people who are setting up who want to connect with the community or sell their art, or even just get people aware of what they're doing so they can start their presentation and get themselves out there. And Homegrown is the perfect place to do something like that.
Let's talk about you. Because not only are you the curator, the man behind Homegrown, you're a musician, you're an artist. You just sent me over a new single, which sounds great.
Thank you.
This is great Midwestern power pop stuff. Tell me about that.
Slow Down is a song that I did with Johnny K. It was supposed to be on my first album, The Ever Winding Road. There's actually a version that was left off that record. And it just fit like a glove on this one, because when I started working with Johnny, the whole gears toward the album started going to more power pop, power rock kind of thing, because we were a trio and he really wanted us to milk that as much as we could, and that was a great idea because the album sounds great. We really put our best foot forward with that. So Slow Down was recorded during the Johnny K sessions, and when I released the 5-year anniversary version of the album, I left it off for whatever reason. I just wanted to give 6 songs so when people could listen to it and not have to listen to a 10-song album and just listen to the 6 songs. But Slow Down is going to be a good standalone single, especially here in post-pandemic land. I think it speaks, lyrically speaking, I think it speaks to a post-pandemic summer.
I love it. And no wonder it sounds so well produced.
Thank you.
I mean, Johnny K.
Johnny's the man, and he's such a great guy, and very blessed to have worked with him and to know him. He's a good guy to know.
All right, before we wrap up, we have to dig into these clubs. So it's like a ciabatta roll that it's on. I really should have brought a menu out here. I'm trying to reverse engineer what we're eating.
Yeah, this is the California chicken sandwich. It's good stuff.
I think that's Swiss on there. Oh yeah. My mouth doesn't open this wide, but I'm going to try. Oh, this is great. And you feel healthy because it's chicken and avocado. Pay no mind to the fries and the ciabatta.
Or bacon.
All right, so Aaron, I'll let you take your bite. For those who are interested in going to Homegrown, can they just show up? Do they need to buy tickets in advance?
The best way, if you know one of the bands who are playing, contact them. They're selling pre-sale tickets, and they're cheaper than the door, $5 cheaper, and the bands get actually more money when they sell the direct tickets. So it's a good way for them to, that's the best way to get tickets for this event, is to support the artist directly. If you can't support the artist directly, get them off our website, homegrownartsandmusicfestival.com. They're $20 off the website, and they're also $20 at the door. We're going to have plenty of tickets at the door. This place holds a lot of people. And even if we bring well over 1,000 people to this event, there's still going to be a lot of room for more. So there's always going to be tickets available at the door. So if you feel like coming, even if we're part of the day or the whole day, there's always going to be available space for you.
Homegrown 9 on the 31st of July. We'll be back here for Homegrown 10.
Yes.
That's going
to be something, and I'm really excited. And we're looking for all kinds of support for the 10th annual. I really want to double down on this event. We're looking for sponsorship, we're looking for donations, and we're definitely looking for great artists who are going to be unleashing new original music next year, or really going to be putting their best foot forward with touring or whatever. We want you to play this festival, and we definitely want your support. If you're a local business, contact us. We want your support.
He is Aaron Williams. We are at Basecamp in Lisle. It's lovely here. It's awesome here. It's going to be a great place for a whole lot of live music on the 31st. Thanks again to Basecamp for feeding us. And it's delicious. And thank you, Aaron, for the work you do and for jumping in the car.
I appreciate it. And thank you, James, for everything you do for the scene. You're one of the OGs of supporting local music here in Chicagoland, and you've kickstarted a lot of this stuff. And thank you very much for all your support too, buddy. Appreciate you.